Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. This is the first video of its type. Feel free to hit the like and subscribe buttons, help the channel out. This is really just meant to inform people, not taking a political stance for either party. But there's been a lot of news lately on President Trump's tweets, particularly with Baltimore. There's always news on his tweets. Not intending to cut any video off short to slant it towards one side or the other. So there will be links down below to the full clips that have been used here.
Thank you very much for organizing this meeting, and let me thank all of you, not only for being here today, but for the work you're doing every single day for people who are hurting, who are often living in the shadows, and for whom, as a nation, we do not pay much attention to. The fact of the matter is that America is the wealthiest country in the history of the world. But anyone who took the walk that we took around this neighborhood would not think you're in a wealthy nation. You would think that you were in a third world country, where unemployment is over 50%. A community that does not even have decent quality grocery stores where moms can buy quality food for their kids. A community in which the dream of getting a higher education for many kids is as real as is going to the moon. To start investing in communities all over this country today that are hurting, that are often forgotten about. And rather than sending our kids to jail, we should be investing in jobs and education. We don't need more jails. We don't need more incarceration. There is an enormous amount of work to be done, and we have the people to do that work. What we need is changes in our national priorities and to stop ignoring those many, many millions of people who are hurting today, who are not receiving the kind of attention or redress that they are entitled to from their government.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay.
It ain't never been a rat problem in Baltimore. Always been a people problem. And that ain't gonna change until you educate the people.
Okay guys, so I turned the volume off on this because it got a little weird, something about a rat nibbling the egg and letting the light in. But anyway, you can see the documentary. There will be a link down below in the description to the trailer video, and then you can look it up yourself. There'll be a link down also to Amazon where you can check the video out for yourself.
We got 171 dead black people. That's not a state of emergency.
America's top critics are raving about the new must-see documentary.
When I first decided that I was going to join, my friends was just like, how could you, the way they treat us, they only want to lock us up.
It's gripping, a New York Times critics pick.
I'm compelled to help these young men and women.
Hopeful and engrossing, and moving with echoes of The Wire. Charm City premieres Monday, April 22nd at 10/9 Central, only on PBS.
Raise your hand if your government plan would provide coverage for undocumented immigrants. Okay. Let me start with you, Mayor Buttigieg. Why? Mayor Buttigieg, why?
Because our country is healthier when everybody is healthier. And remember, we're talking about something people are given a chance to buy into. In the same way that there are undocumented immigrants in my community who pay they pay sales taxes, they pay property taxes directly or indirectly. This is not about a handout. This is an insurance program. And
well, Jamie, African-American leaders here say they are tired of empty promises, and they're hoping candidates like Sanders can offer plans that will bring about true change. From the moment he stepped off the bus here in West Baltimore, Bernie Sanders had to know there would be nothing casual about his stroll through its depressed streets, with dozens of cameras trying to capture his every move.
You'll see, Senator, that the mural is broken. If you all will give us some space.
At Sanders' side, the Reverend Dr. Jamal Bryant, the pastor and founder of the Empowerment Temple Church, who helped point out what the presidential candidate was seeing and what went unseen.
The epicenter of what has taken place since the Freddie Gray uprising has been simply around one CVS store. What the media has not reported, what has not been shared, is the 18 to 20 black-owned businesses that are still closed because their insurance has not stepped up to the plate and they have been ignored.
For his part, Sanders covered some familiar territory, addressing his plan for the redistribution of wealth in this country, and he took issue with a question about ISIS.
Of course I'll talk about ISIS. But today what we're talking about is a community in which half of the people don't have jobs. We're talking about a community in which there are hundreds of buildings that are uninhabitable. We're talking about a community where kids are unable to go to schools that are decent.
And on a day marked with raw emotion,
We don't want Trump! We don't want Trump! We don't want Trump!
the senator from Vermont is counting on his progressive ideas to take hold after 25 years in Congress.
Say hello to Jackson, a citizen of the wealthiest country the world has ever known. And yet, he's clothed in handouts. His parents can't find work.
Say hi.
They have no home of their own. And every morning, they come to the Manor House charity, where the poor of Baltimore meet for a little food, warmth, and compassion.
What is your message to President Trump?
Come and help us. Instead of critiquing us, come help us. And you will see that we need help. Bad.
Like much of America, this is a story of two worlds. Baltimore is actually something of a boomtown these days. But it doesn't feel like it in many parts of the city. In this economy, there is no trickle-down. Gun crime is surging here. Baltimore was even more violent than Chicago last year, driven by gang turf wars. For some of its residents, this is a city where selling your body or selling drugs is the only job available.
On and on.
If you want to know what
problems
poverty in
going
America
on in
looks like,
Baltimore,
well, this is
Maryland.
it. Incredibly, this entire block here is pretty much made up of dilapidated, abandoned houses.
Saying it was Elijah Cummings' fault? No, not completely. What he was pointing out was that maybe he should look in his own backyard before pointing out problems at the border. Now, can we focus on both issues? Yeah, absolutely. Maybe we shouldn't hold up the border funding bill to fund the border patrol and ways to control or find solutions towards the immigration issue at the border, because there is a problem. So anyway, that's the video. Comment down below, hit the like and subscribe buttons, or a thumbs down and subscribe, whatever floats your boat. Comment down below, say, hey, this video's junk, or hey, thanks for